Cameron going up first against Anne-Marie Duggan. Now, she defeated Kim Adler in match number 2, 214 to 208. Remember, she opened with a 215, so she's very consistent on this pair, Jan Schmidt.
She is. However, Anne-Marie Duggan pulled great on this pair all week long.
257. But Cameron opens with a strike, and
tonight's another night, so who knows? Anne-Marie chose to have Kendra start once again. Pressure will be on Kendra at the end, and Anne-Marie may like lane 7 better, wanting to finish on that lane.
You saw on the screen 16 years old, 14 career titles. Her lone title in 1997 came in Goose Creek, South Carolina. There you see the average for the week, pretty lofty at 230.
You might be wondering why these ladies are wearing the same clothing. No, it's not uniforms, but they are on the same staff. They're both on Storm staff and Turbo 2-in-1 grips.
Taxes was waiting. Now tax.
Opens with the pair.
She looks great. She looks really good, very strong, and very confident.
She looked almost anxious to bowl. She's glad that you got to get those 2 frames in, and says, yes, I've been waiting for this. And I think that's always the hard part of the step ladder situation. You have to wait, you have to wait, you have to wait. But Kendra hasn't been waiting. She's been bowling. This is her 3rd game. And she's in trouble.
She did not get that ball out on the lane. She set it very short, almost at the foul line. Normally projects it farther out on the lane. We'll get to see it. Look at that. Down very early. She's a smooth release and sets the ball sort of early, but usually gets it well out on the lane past that point.
6 and 10, looking to get that down here, and they do as she converts the 2nd frame into a spare.
Anytime you set a ball early on the lane like that, it makes it go into a roll earlier and start to hook earlier. That's why she ended up on the nose. Trails by 10 pins right now to Anne-Marie Duggan.
Cameron.
Better projection on that ball.
As we look at Anne-Marie Duggan, we'd like to remind you that should she bowl a strike and continue right on through and get a 300 game, $50,000 will be given to her from MasterCard. With a generous offer that is, and she's keeping those hopes alive. What a lovely, lovely payday that would be.
Pat Duggan, Anne-Marie's husband, out here with her. Also, he's a rep for Storm, so he's been out here laying out bowling balls and helping drill equipment.
And that tells the story. 12 times in her career as she bowled a 300 game. And I'd like to add that earlier this week on this pair, somebody bowled a 299. So this is a hot duet.
That would have been Brenda Norman leading at 10 on her final shot. Anne-Marie has great ball speed tonight.
4 in a row, and Cameron's got to try very hard not to get wrecked.
Well, Kendra, as we talked about all of her experience at 14 and 10 in match play, she has 3 years on Team USA. She has a gold medal at FIQ, won some walkout events. No stranger to pressure.
And I should add, even though she's out of the running for that, 4 times she has bowled 300 games, so she's used to some high marks in her day. John Gaines, the national amateur champion and a member of Team USA, has been guiding her career somewhat. She said he has a great eye. He sees these small details in her delivery. He's also a great partner, an enthusiastic motivator, and she loves working with him.
Another set of eyes. I'll tell you what, Leander, it seems to be a subject we talk about a lot, and there's the 300 games from this week. Tammy Eisworth, Wendy McPherson, Lisa Wagner. It is important at this level. All of the players have the ability. They can execute shots, but another set of eyes to tell you where to move, or give you an idea of what's happening in other pairs. It's just become so so important to have someone like that. Someone to help you out, give you some ideas, even someone you can just bounce an idea off of. It really helps.
All right, what went wrong here that number 9 still standing?
No, ball's just driving hard. It's been high, a little bit high, driving hard every time on lane 8, but she's carried. This time the ball did not deflect at all. Very cool. May have had a hair less speed on that shot.
4 strikes and a spare for Anne-Marie Duggan as we complete 5 here at the AMF Rocket City Challenge.
And it's a match now. Anne-Marie up by just 9 pins. Anne-Marie did a lot of work over the break, a lot of practicing, and a lot of Nordic track work. She loves to do that, working out on the Nordic track, and it's a great form of exercise.
She gets older, she feels her strength. You know, she has to work to keep the strength. She was always muscular and strong and didn't really have to do a whole lot to maintain it. But now, she's, you know, they always say your body takes care of you for the first part of your life, and you've got to take care of your body the second part, and she's a testament to that. Doing a good job of it, too, I might add. No. Haven't seen that all.
No, and that was a bit unfortunate. This really wasn't quite as high as a 4-7-10 split would normally be. Here's the ball coming in. See, not dead on the nose, no.
Yeah, it didn't look that bad.
It looked real similar to the 9 pin that Anne-Marie just left, however. A little bit of a bad break there.
Picks up 4-7, leaves the 10, and she has an open frame here, something you don't want to do when you're bowling against Anne-Marie Duggan.
No, you don't. But, you know, and you might think that this lady would say, hey, you know, it's her second tournament as a pro. She should be, you know, she's happy to be here. But I'll tell you what, no, she wants to win. Right. Her expectations are high. I mean, she wants to do better each week. That's one goal, and that's a great goal. But she did say, hey, I think I can make the show every week. Hey, that's
if you don't believe in yourself, who will? She was so cute. She said, my goals are to make a check, that would be the top 32, then make the cut, that would be the top 24, then to make the TV show, that would be the top 5, and then, of course, then to win a championship. So 3 out of 4 so far in this tournament. Anne-Marie Duggan steps up with a 24-pin edge.
Anne-Marie, like, stop that string of goals and being accomplished right now.
She said, yeah, let's just keep it at 3, Miss Cameron.
This is the best I've seen Anne-Marie look in quite some time. She looks really strong.
Her last TV appearance was in the fall of '97.
Rossford, Ohio. She finished second in that event. And she's been making shows, but not to the caliber that we saw her in '94 and '95. '94 Player of the Year.
We're going to let people try the new Boost Mobile Network. Risk-free with a 30-day money-back guarantee.
At Universal Technical Institute, our automotive and diesel instructors have years of experience and are
Right there, you see it. Perfect timing. 95, she was, you know, high average, Linshu high average. So she had two really strong years, but did get a little bit burnt out at that time. She said there's a lot of people pulling at you to do different things and go different directions, and it can really wear and tear on you.
She finished 17th in Lubbock, Texas last week, a perennial money finisher.
Is in the spare ball tonight. The last show we saw her she had gone to a spare ball. Now trying to flatten it out just like she used to do, using the same ball. Just not uncup her wrist, break her wrist back, and throw it end over end.
Working on a strike in the 7th frame.
There's the finger we're talking about. What? Oh, can't see it there, but she drops the ball right onto that index finger, and then uses that to
You know how many bowlers are going to try that next week when they go out and bowl in their leagues?
You can do a lot with your index finger, but players at home may not realize that. But if you spread your index finger out, it's going to help you get a little more rotation on the ball.
There's a quick tip from Jan Schmidt. 2 strikes for Kendra Cameron. She's down by 23 pins. She bowls her first ball in the 9th.
She can take it down to 13 with the strike here.
Yeah, and does. Okay. We got ourselves a bowling match.
Watch this delivery. Very smooth. Sets the ball down out to about 7. Beautiful. She wants it.
Come on. Yes. Duggan in the 9th, working off the spare. Now some
Again, it seems you just saw a 9-8 from her coming up just a little high, but it seems to be working except for that one shot. Best Kendra can shoot here would be, what, 245. So Anne-Marie will need a strike here, basically, to shut her out.
She has 7 strikes and 2 spares in this game already.
Strike and good pin count.
You almost see a sigh of relief from Pat Duggan. He looks more concerned than she does. Furrowed brow.
Well, if she gets 9 right here, she won't have to throw another shot, and she would be the winner. I mean, she will finish the match out, but
she won't walk
would
away.
not need to in order to win the match.
Well, she got the 9.
That's enough.
Leaves a 10-pin standing, but that's a moot point. So waiting in the wings didn't bother Anne-Marie Duggan.
She'll have, even if she didn't pick this up, she'd have 246. The best Kendra Cameron can do is 245.
So she'll do better than that. Remember, her average on this lane, these pair of lanes, was 257, and she's pretty darn close to that now.
Finishes up with 247.
Now, Kendra Cameron has already bowled a 215 in her opening match, a 214 in her second.
Well, I'd say she's done pretty darn good for herself. Her
I would
second
say
tournament
so.
out as a pro. She wants to have a long career. This is how she wants to make her living.
Went from 13th last week to 3rd this week. What an improvement.
And she said, we talked to her a little bit earlier, she talked about why she came out this year and turned pro, and she said things are just looking up so much for the pros with Spring 10 and with the increase in prize fund.
And the new logo.
Yeah, increase in tournaments, new name. She said, hey, it looks like they're here to stay. I want to be out there. I want to take some of that money.
And you can't blame her. It's an exciting time to be a professional athlete for women.
It looks like Anne-Marie Duggan was going to need every bit of that 247 to win this match.
This is a great match. 47 to 45.